We are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy.
Love me. Conspiracy.
It's a cruel summer. Leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel summer. Now you're gone.
Have you guys been hearing a lot about I guess like the forever chemicals, and are you using any what do you cook with? When you cook at home, do you use like non-stick pans?
Mom.
Like
Yeah.
Teflon, yeah.
Okay, guys.
What kind of pans are you using to cook with at home?
I don't
Teflon.
know the name. I can't think of the brand.
You
Different ones. Different ones.
Yeah, you can't use that Teflon shit. That'll
You
get you
have to go
sick.
to, like stainless steel or cast iron or something.
I mean, we still got.
Yeah, Teflon will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Coating too now.
I don't even use microwaves. I have a stainless steel and a cast iron. That's it. That's all I use.
Yeah.
The oven, all
Yeah,
that.
it's the chemical. The PDFAs or something that you're talking about.
Forever chemicals.
Forever chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, PDFAs or something. I think they're
Yeah.
called.
Microwaves kills your food. The radiation in the microwave kills the food. Like any kind of living
all
kind
the
of
nutrition,
all the
right?
nutrition and all that, it just zaps it. Like you're just eating cardboard after that. Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Also, what was I saying? We were just saying right now.
Like it's much.
Teflon. Yeah, Teflon. You can't cook with Teflon pans.
I haven't
That
used
shit
the
was-
microwave for like over a year. Yeah.
Teflon will fuck you up. Yeah, there's a lot of side effects from using Teflon. Unless you're the Teflon Don, you know what I mean? But if you're not him, you can't use it. Yeah. All right, I got you guys on the podcast. Mom, Dale, Adrian. I got you guys
For how
on.
long? You just started the podcast, or?
No, I guess we're starting right now, man. All right. Welcome to Conspiracy Dummy, the conspiracy podcast that just don't give a fuck. I am your host, Double D. Joining me on the podcast, we have my brother Adrian, my uncle Dale, and my mom Dawn. What's good?
I thought you started like 30 minutes ago.
Nah. Where do you guys want to start? There's a lot of stuff happening.
I already. Well, what do you mean? I thought you had already started recording. Right?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to start talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
But mom's the one that was the time restraint, because she's the one that's in the. Or when did she get to the border? That's why I asked her how many cars were in front of her, but she was like,
How's the border?
on top of the bridge.
I can't tell when you're going slow.
How's the
Yeah, then you're so far. I think we could do 20, 30 minutes.
How's the border? Is like the border like a lot of people there, or is there like or are they just, I don't know, how is it right now? I heard a lot of people are right now in El Paso too, like at the airports or the bus station, just a whole bunch of people.
Like, what do you mean, migrants?
Yeah, the migrants and stuff.
Don't really see too much over here.
No, I have them down the street from where I live. I got these, like, I think Agent sent me something about some Venezuelan gang right here where I live in Dallas. I know they're taking over like some apartments in Colorado too, like Aurora, but I don't know. Agent sent me some like address or something right here in Dallas. It's like 15 minutes from where I live too. Gangs, man, Venezuelan gangs. I don't know. So it's a takeover. Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Okay. Well, so like, Mom, what do you see? Do you see any Venezuelan gangs out where you're in El Paso or Juarez? Is there any?
Well, no, it's pretty mellow. I don't really.
Like you can't tell them.
I don't go to many places.
So there's no Venezuelan gangs, Danny. There you go. There's your
Like, how are you gonna?
But no, I don't personally, I don't see nothing.
How are you gonna tell the difference between the Valenzuela?
Venezuelan gang members, there you
Yeah,
go.
I was gonna tell you how you
They're
gonna.
all in Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah, how you gonna tell
Yeah.
the difference between a Valenzuela and a
Desert.
Mexican, dude? They all look the same, kind
Go
of.
to the mountains.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, well, like I've seen something about Dallas and Venezuela. I sent you something. I don't even know if I watched it. I just saw it and I was like, Venezuelan gang members out in Dallas need to know about this. I'm not gonna bother watching this half-hour video or whatever. But I was like, Danny, this is D-Town
We got an
Venezuelan gangs or whatever. I thought, well, maybe Danny needs to know about this.
we got an alien invasion. We got hackers hacking into social security numbers or our private info and shit. I just got hacked the other day. I had to fucking change my fucking information on my fucking credit card.
I just got a notice the other day too that I was hacked on a bunch of shit.
Motherfuckers, yeah. See, it's starting, man.
I think seems like last 10 years or more, I've been on one of those. You join what is it? They do your security free for a year or two. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. Mama, are you gonna watch the debates?
Yeah, I plan on not watching it. See how it goes.
What is it?
At 8.
Mom, are you wanting Kamala to win still?
Yeah.
Kamala. Well,
Hey, Mom.
well, I think
You know,
it's gonna come down to the battle of the sexes, man. I figured.
Yeah, I know. It's just like every woman's gonna want a woman to win. Every man.
She has the female vote. Trump does still have the majority of the male vote, but
Yeah. Not them white dudes for Kamala though. I don't know. Maybe. What's up?
Not because of no, it's just and not even so much Republican or Democrat. I just don't like Trump.
you still like Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's best for the country, though? Not if if you hate him or not.
Like, come on. Like, what president do you like? Is there like ever been a president like, oh, I like him?
Yeah.
They're all like kind of fucked up in some way.
Oh, I know. I don't. I honestly don't look at personality really.
Yeah.
I could hate the person, but if they're got better policies, I'll vote for them.
It's just kind of hard because, like, during Trump's term, nothing really like crazy happened. You know what I mean? And also, like, it's hard to like do anything when you got like you're being battled like from everywhere. Like people are coming after you. Even now, when he's not president, they're still attacking him and shit. So I don't know how much you can get done when like, people are coming after you like that. It's kind of hard.
I know. It killed him. His whole presidential, 4 years. He was bombarded the whole time.
Yeah.
He could have probably gotten a lot more done if people worked with him, but they didn't.
Things look funny though. You know what I mean? Like even like the attempted assassination thing. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? Like,
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people out there think it's some kind of conspiracy, this and that. I don't think so. I think it was just some idiot, stupid kid that thought he would make a name for himself.
yeah.
That it out. He lived like 30 miles from there. He found out he was coming there. They know he went there a few days before, and he probably didn't put his. Well, he had a collapsible, like AR Type 15, so he might have in his backpack. But I mean, I don't. Obviously, I think it was real. You see a lot of people online saying, "Oh, he was." It was all fake. Blah blah.
Somebody
blah.
died. Somebody died and stuff. I think,
Yeah, exactly. They say it was fake. They, just
his ear healed. Yeah.
No, they say when they put him down, they slap ketchup on his ear and shit,
Some hot
whatever,
sauce.
blood pack and blah blah.
Yeah.
I actually was watching it that night, so I seen it live.
Oh shit! I didn't even see it.
I was watching it on YouTube, in Pennsylvania when he came there. Was it Butler, Pennsylvania? I tuned into it. I was watching it a little bit before he came on stage. He started talking, and he brought up that immigration type.
The charge.
Video, poster or whatever that he always reverts to. That how much it went up from his time when Biden got in there.
And just like a split second, just that 1 second.
Yeah, he turned to the right. I was watching it, like I say, live on TV. He turned to the right, and all of a sudden he grabbed at his ear. And you knew something was wrong. I was like, and then all of a sudden he had enough sense. He went down on his own, and I was like, holy shit! Something's freaking. Next thing, the Secret Service was on top of him and blah, 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 down for a few minutes. And he comes up, blood on his face and his ear. And, it wasn't fake.
No,
not when somebody gets killed and another one or two that were, severely hurt.
Yeah.
And they had video of the guy up on the roof.
Yeah.
But like,
they could. I don't think it was fake, but I think they could have stopped it before he did it, because they knew he was up on the. They knew he was up on the roof, and nobody did anything about it.
Well, exactly, and that was all the Secret Service's fault.
And the reason why, who knows? That's what I'm saying.
They were totally incompetent.
Yeah, I think that day everyone became a conspiracy theorist. Like, everybody's thinking, like, maybe was he involved with it? Obviously, there was a conspiracy because that somebody plotted, they conspired to shoot him or whoever. That kid just didn't do that. There's like, they said he had like 3 offshore accounts and all this crazy stuff. There's a lot of craziness behind him.
Which they hacked into, and they didn't really find anything, supposedly.
FBI was meeting with him days or weeks prior to that. I don't know, some crazy shit, man. I don't know. Yeah, but and you know what's funny, because the next, like 2 days later, you have the RNC, and then it's like he comes out with this bandage on his ear. It's kind of funny though. Like, to me, I don't know, man. It looks like a rest. Like, they even did it. Somebody edited to put some wrestling music on it when he's coming out. It looks like wrestling. And then if you see the DNC, their whole thing looks like a award show, you know what I mean? Like the Grammys or some bullshit, you know what I mean? Also, it was kind of like the roast of Donald Trump all over again. I don't know. A lot of this shit is just kind of entertainment, I guess, at the end of the day. Even the whole shooting thing, it's just, nobody knows. Everybody's at the edge of their seats, like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it was like within 2 inches of him being dead, his head blown off,
Yeah.
There's nothing you can say about that. Because, I don't think it was fake. They're trying to make it sound like it was fake. Like they did it themselves just to get his ratings up, and how do you plan something like that?
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Like a freaking audience shot. That guy was shot in his head when he was trying to protect his family,
But do you think there's like a possibility of it actually being all staged, and that person who got supposedly that?
No, not even. Before you even say that, how would you stage something like that?
Like,
I don't know.
You can like everything could be staged. No,
I have a theory. I have a kind of crazy. It's a crazy theory that. I think Donald Trump is like the hero's journey's archetype, like he is that, like he was somebody at one time and he fell really hard, and not only to rise again like the Phoenix and shit, you know what I mean? It's like some crazy ass story.
I mean, if you're really, like religious people, that, a lot of people believe that God is with him, that he saved him to become the next, president of our country to freaking save us,
Yeah. I was thinking too. You know, we've been at an all-time low in the military since the 1940s. Even now, it's like an all-time low. Nobody wants to join the military and everything. Like nobody has trust and whatever. I don't know, but I feel like if it is like maybe he is like some kind of psyop to gain our faith. You know, again, maybe. You know, maybe after this, because that's all I was saying. Maybe we're like heading to war, even if he is president or not. We're still like heading to war because maybe we're just that's money. We just need it, I guess. I don't know. A lot of people need it, and he's the type of person to like make people join the military. Because I don't see any other president that will do that. You know what I mean? Get everybody's to encourage them to like re-enlist or some shit. You know.
Yeah, well, if they continue on the path they are now,
well, they want to draft. Like right now, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, like they're talking about drafting. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, fuck that. But if Trump says like, hey, we have to go to war because of this, I don't know. You know, maybe a lot of people will sign up the next day.
Yeah. Well, eventually, with low enough numbers, they're gonna probably have to draft. I mean, you got to keep the military up, but.
What's your thoughts about RFK, Mom? RFK Jr.
I don't know too much about. I know who he is, but I don't know too much about it.
You Dale? What's your thoughts on RFK Jr., the Kennedy?
I like him. I mean, I don't know. I don't care what his family says.
Yeah. Yeah,
whatever. They're old school Democrats.
Yeah.
You know, the Democrat Party has changed from what it was years ago. I mean, if JFK was still alive, or his father, Bobby Kennedy, was still alive, they'd probably be for the Republicans now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just, I don't know. They've completely changed the Democrats as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, everything.
I was a Democrat back in the 70s. You know, I remember voting for Jimmy Carter and blah blah blah. But they're not like they used to be. You know, they're not for the working people anymore. They're for the freaking elite now. That's why they have all the damn movie stars. You know, Kamala can't even get a audience unless you invite some freaking rapper or some star on. You know.
Yeah. Turned down for what? Yeah. Yeah. That's all I was saying. They look like a whole award show, their thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's, you know.
I like RFK. I like that he has, like, he says, we have to love our children more than we hate each other. You know?
Yeah.
So I like his whole thing about, you know, we're getting poisoned, man. Like, you're poisoning us.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what I like about him. He sticks to his guns. You can tell he cares about people. I mean, like you said, he's out for the food that's killing everybody. You know, all the shit they're putting in people's food and blah blah blah. You know, he's not a stupid guy.
Nah, I like him, man. Like, you know, nothing's gonna change if nothing changes. You know, so yeah. I don't know. I don't trust a lot of people like Nancy Pelosi. They're reptilian.
We know we're different from the president. We're very discreet, reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we have to win. Others are winning the whole country.
Oh, lizard person.
I have no opinion or I shouldn't say that. I do have opinion of her.
Those people like that, like career politicians, man, you gotta be weary, man. It's crazy.
I don't know. They want to keep going and going. I mean, she's what? She's older than frickin' Biden, isn't she?
Yeah.
By not by much, maybe a year or so, you know, a couple of years. I don't know. I think older than Biden, and she's still in there, the most powerful person in the Senate.
are these papers? What is this right?
I don't know. You there, Mom?
Yeah, I got it online. I get in the line. If I would stayed in the line beside me, I would have been already through. But I get in the line where the guy keeps pulling me over. I got moved. But if I would have been in the other line, I would have been already through. So,
Yeah.
Better that we have more time to talk with us.
Yeah. That's true.
yes.
You guys watched the Olympics?
Nah, we're too woke.
Yeah.
Well,
They got
when they
too
start doing that boxing shit, men, you know,
I don't watch TV. I don't have like cable or what is it like? What's on channel?
I used to like watching Olympics, but the last couple, you know, periods of, you know, was every 4 years, like Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
It just, this year they had the boxing and
Yeah, there's
they
a
had transgenders on there against women.
lot of controversy. Yeah, man, that's what it was all about. It was just
Okay, make it interesting. Make it interesting. You know, like have like a dude fight a girl or whatever. You know, like I don't know.
you didn't think a break dancer trying to break dance was not entertaining enough?
Give it up to Ray Gunnar!
I don't know. Maybe they could do better next time, man. I don't know. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. That was like, I don't know. That was something else.
I don't know. Like these women train for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden they check. What was it? One of them was from.
Boom! Get your ass kicked by a dude. Like literally.
Oh, one of them was from.
That's a
the girl that got pummeled like 2-3 strikes was from Italy, but the guy, I forget where he was from. I don't know, China. I don't remember now, but you know, like a couple of quick left jabs and she gave up.
Yeah.
You know, you got somebody that's been in the sport for years. I mean, to get to the Olympics, you know, you got to be practicing for years, and just like that, somebody kicks you out of the competition. And both of them, there was 2 of them this year, and they both won gold.
Yeah.
I mean, is that fair? You know, I don't think so.
I'm not too much against transgenders like that, but in that case, with transgenders involved, I don't think it's fair.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I have nothing against them either, but
I think you should put like a fat guy up against a little tiny little dude. Like, just have it all crazy. Like, why not? Like, just have it.
Yeah, you might as well just let it go all out and just like have them take steroids and everything. Like, fuck it. Have cyborgs fighting and shit. Half man, half machine. Fuck it.
yeah, it's not going to be the Olympics anymore.
Yeah. It's going to be some extreme Olympics.
Olympics will be destroyed. Because, I mean, Olympics has always been kind of known for, you know, they test against drug use and, you know, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah, I think that's gone out the window now, probably. I don't know what's going on.
I don't agree with it. And it's not just the Olympics. They're doing it in high school sports, college sports, title. You know, they're trying to destroy years ago Supreme Court and everything, Title IX, you know, for women's sports.
Did you hear? I don't know if you ever heard about this. Like, there's this interview. I can send it to you with this guy named Yuri Bezmenov, and he's like a teacher, I believe, or some professor somewhere. And he's talking about how I think it's like a KGB tactic or something. It's like a war tactic. It's like a long con.
World, you spoke several times before about ideological subversion. That is a phrase that I'm afraid some Americans don't fully understand. When the Soviets used the phrase ideological subversion, what do they mean by it?
Ideological subversion is the slow process which we call either ideological subversion or active measures, активные мероприятия in the language of the KGB, or psychological warfare. What it basically means is to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country. It's a great brainwashing process which goes very slow, and it's divided in 4 basic stages. The first one being demoralization. It takes from 15 to 20 years to demoralize a nation. Why that many years? Because this is the minimum number of years which requires to educate one generation of students in the country of your enemy, exposed to the ideology of the enemy. In other words, Marxism-Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations of American students without being challenged or counterbalanced by the basic values of Americanism, American patriotism. The demoralization process in the United States is basically completed already. For the last 25 years. Actually, it's overfulfilled because demoralization now reaches such areas where previously not even Comrade Andropov and all his experts would even dream of such a tremendous success. Most of it is done by Americans to Americans, thanks to lack of moral standards. As I mentioned before, exposure to true information does not matter anymore. A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Even if I shower him with information, with authentic proof, with documents, with pictures, even if I take him by force to the Soviet Union and show him concentration camp, he will refuse to believe it until he is going to receive a kick in his fat bottom. When a military boot crashes his balls, then he will understand, but not before that. That's the tragic of the situation of demoralization. The next stage is destabilization. This time, subverter does not care about your ideas and the patterns of your consumption. Whether you eat junk food and get fat and flabby, doesn't matter anymore. This time, and it takes only from 2 to 5 years to destabilize a nation, what matters is essentials: economy, foreign relations, defense systems. And you can see it quite clearly that in some areas, in such sensitive areas as defense and economy, the influence of Marxist-Leninist ideas in the United States is absolutely fantastic. I could never believe it 14 years ago when I landed in this part of the world that the process will go that fast. The next stage, of course, is crisis. It may take only up to 6 weeks to bring a country to the verge of crisis. You can see it in Central America now. And after crisis, with a violent change of power, structure, and economy, you have so-called the period of normalization. It may last indefinitely. Normalization is a cynical expression borrowed from Soviet propaganda. When the Soviet tanks moved into Czechoslovakia in '68, Comrade Brezhnev said, "Now the situation in brotherly Czechoslovakia is normalized." This is what will happen in the United States if you allow all these schmucks to bring the country to crisis, to promise people all kind of goodies and the paradise on earth, to destabilize your economy, to eliminate the principle of free market competition, and to put a big brother government in Washington, D.C., with benevolent dictators like Walter Mondale, who will promise lots of things, never mind whether the promises are fulfillable or not. Your leftists in United States, all these professors and all these beautiful civil rights defenders, they are instrumental in the process of the subversion only to destabilize the nation. When their job is completed, they are not needed anymore. They know too much. Some of them, when they get disillusioned, when they see that Marxist-Leninists come to power, obviously they get offended. They think that they will come to power. That will never happen, of course. They will be lined up against the wall and shot. But they may turn into the most bitter enemies of Marxist-Leninists when they come to power. And that's what happened in Nicaragua. You remember most of these former Marxist-Leninists were either put to prison or one of them split, and now he's working against Sandinistas. It happened in Grenada when Maurice Bishop was already a Marxist. He was executed by a new Marxist who was more Marxist than this Marxist. Same happened in Afghanistan when first there was Taraki, he was killed by Amin, then Amin was killed by Babrak Karmal with the help of KGB. Same happened in Bangladesh when Mujibur Rahman, very pro-Soviet leftist, was assassinated by his own Marxist-Leninist military comrades. It's the same pattern everywhere. The time bomb is ticking with every second.
Shit, man. Okay, so that was 1984. That interview. So that's what it is. Just demoralization, a brainwashing tactic, man. We're infected. We've been affected. And then it's like all this stuff about everything's upside down. It's like this Marxism shit. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna start fighting about gender and you name it, you know, all this stuff. So I think it's like we're poisoned by it already. We're seeing it now, the effects of it.
Yeah, no, exactly. They've been doing it for 40 years or more. The Democrats infiltrating the education system. I mean,
oh yeah, it is a Marxist. It's a Marxist tactic, and I think what's her name, Kamala Harris's father is a Marxist.
Oh yeah, he was a Marxist professor.
Yeah.
Both her parents were professors.
Yeah.
He was a Marxist professor. They're both from, I don't know, he was Jamaican, she was Indian.
Yeah.
And moved to this country. They met out in California at I don't remember what college, but down by LA somewhere or something. But anyway, when they moved, I don't know if they got divorced, then she moved with her mother up into Canada. And she lived up there from age like 12 to like 18. Mm-hmm. So pretty much in formative years, you know, which you live in a country that long during your years where you kind of start knowing what shit's going on in Canada. And then she eventually got back to the United States.
Yeah.
Another reason I would never vote for her is she never lived in this country most of her, you know, younger years. I mean, Canada is becoming a socialist country now.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, if you look them up, you know,
ran by a dictator now and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The son of Castro. Fidel Castro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look at the trucker strike like a freaking year ago, you know?
Yeah. 2
years, whatever that was, year and a half ago. I mean, truckers were up there protesting. He cracked down on them, you know?
Yeah, that's ugly, man.
I'm totally socialist. Canada has become totally socialist. And that's where she grew up.
Dude, the other day, I just read an article. I think it's by the New York Times or something, talking about the Constitution, like about like getting rid of the Constitution, how dangerous it is, or whatever the fuck. I'm like, man, they're testing it. They're testing all that.
You know, I've been making deliveries across the country, and a lot of the receivers are Gen Z, you know, younger generation. And they've been telling me that I don't know how, and they figured this out themselves. They don't know how. They've been teaching them for a while, or they haven't been teaching them for a while. Cursive. Have you heard of this?
No.
So they did away with teaching.
You guys, I gotta cut off right here because I gotta get going through, so I don't want to get too close. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Mama. Okay. Be careful.
Bye, Dale.
Love you, Mama.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Be careful.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
And then?
So like, all right. No, just that so they stopped teaching in the normal curriculum of the cursive. They don't teach cursive anymore, and so like a lot of Gen Zers figured out that they conspired to this idea that they don't want them to know cursive because they wouldn't be able to understand the Constitution. Constitution was written in cursive.
Oh shit! So they're trying to make us forget it.
That's what the Dead Sears already kind of figured that out. I didn't even know that. That's pretty smart.
I honestly haven't heard that either, but I wouldn't put it past them, you know.
It worked, man. I forgot how to write cursive a long time ago. Tagging would do that too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either anymore. I print. I remember in grade school, it was, you know, you everything you did was in cursive, you know.
But joke's on them. I could still read it though.
We're like the last, though, you know, like us and maybe a few generations before us, but they stopped it after us, you know. So now a lot of the new generation, guys in their 20s and stuff, they think this, you know.
Yeah.
They're already going into the world thinking this. Hey, what the fuck? Our government's trying to fucking fuck us over. Imagine what their idealism is going into being a young adult, thinking that their government's already trying to trick them.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary. I didn't even think of that when I was going into young adulthood, you know? That's fucked up. Like,
I don't know. That's why I'm just glad that Trump got 3 Supreme Court picks. Because at least we're, for a few years, maybe on the right track.
They suspended his sentencing. I just read today.
Yeah, I did too. I read that today on my phone.
That'd be kind of crazy if we actually have. It'd be crazy if we actually have a sitting president in prison or something. Like he's calling shots behind bars. He has Secret Service right outside his fucking.
It was all a game. It was all a ploy, a game with them. Though they know damn well that they would never put a former U.S. president in prison.
Yeah.
It would never happen.
Nah. Yeah, it's a bad. You know, yeah.
It would never happen.
Yeah.
You know, he might lose the election or something over it, and that's what they've been trying to do. They knew he was too tough, too strong to overcome, so they had to come up with all that shit. That's what I believe.
It's crazy times, man. It's an info war, man. Look at Brazil.
I mean,
Brazil.
Every charge of his was like fucking misdemeanors. And in New York, they had to change the statute of limitations, take misdemeanors, and like make them into felonies.
Yeah, over some porn star.
over a bookkeeping error.
Yeah.
That he didn't do himself. I mean, you think Donald Trump is sitting there writing that bookkeeping? You know, putting in his transactions every day. You know.
Yeah.
It was. You know, I'll admit, obviously it was for a payment for Stormy Daniels, but.
Yeah.
It was also an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, you know, which freaking people use all the time.
That's kind of crazy. Like he's like the most prosecuted man there is. Like everyone, like he's gone. People are going after him more than they gone after like anybody in the mafia or anybody in this Epstein case. You're not hearing anybody in that Epstein thing, whatever. But
yeah,
is he
or P. Diddy's
recorded as the most prosecuted person in history? Yeah,
probably.
I don't know. Whatever. It's gotten ridiculous.
Telling you, man.
I don't think they. I think they realize he has such a freaking following that they could not win unless they, raked him over the coals.
Yeah, shit's rigged. Everything's rigged. They're censoring shit.
Since he came down the escalator, Trump Tower, everybody fucking hated him. I mean, his whole presidency he could have done a lot more if it wasn't for everybody freaking fighting him the whole way through it,
Mm-hmm. That's how it's gonna be too, man. I'm afraid that's what's gonna happen too. If he is reelected and shit, that's all we're gonna see is just a bunch of attack and And on top of that, we're gonna just have all the shit that we're dealing with now. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. You know, I don't know. I don't probably follow exactly what's happening over there. You know, I mean, the building. You know, supposedly Israel's been building in the Palestinian territory over the years. You know.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that's our daddy, I guess, over there. Those people, I guess. I don't know. You see, like Benjamin Netanyahu go over there to Congress, and then he gets like a 30-minute applause. You know what I mean? Everybody, both sides are applauding for him. It just kind of like everything's just like weird.
I now have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you His Excellency Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel.
And it just keeps going and going and going. And that applause is from both parties, man. That shit's crazy. And I don't know. In a way, it seems like, in a way, I don't know, maybe not, but to me, I just think like definitely like Democrats, like Biden and all them, but Trump in some ways, maybe, I don't know, maybe he's just doing deals, but RFK too, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I think like they're just in the pocket of Israel, like everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got that weird feeling.
And they probably, I mean, they are, I guess, because I mean, they're really the only so-called democratic country over in that area, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody around them was out to kill them, and have been for years. You know, I don't know. Not a country I'd want to live in where you got missiles and shit pointed at you all around. Like I say, I don't know a lot of the maybe history on it, but I still think they need to be able to defend themselves. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened on October 7th? You know.
Yeah, oh yeah. But that's yeah.
If that you know, that was. They say if you take it per capita, it was many, many times worse than 9/11 was here.
Yeah.
And look what we did for 9/11. Geez, we went into Afghanistan. We went into, then we went into Iraq, you know, and.
Well, that's what they say. When they say like that's 9/11's like an inside job over here, that's what they say pretty much about October 7th over there. Like, you know, all that, you know, you think about it, you got the Iron Dome, who's going to take out missiles. It takes out missiles and shit like that, rockets. But then you guys got these, like, what do you call those, hang gliders, people on parachutes coming in. Like, it's like going to, like, blast those guys out of the sky and shit. You know what I mean? That shit's just, like, yeah, everything's kind of, like, weird.
Which is what they did, in Israel there. That music festival, I remember watching this video of that, them come gliding in there, freaking killing everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody that around them wants to kill them over there, and they're close enough to do it, you know.
Yeah.
They'd have a hard time hang gliding into the United States.
Yeah, for real. I don't know. It's just kind of, everything's just weird. I don't think they're going to stop. Like, what is it? I just heard that the other day, too. Well, it was Jimmy Dore. I was listening to Jimmy Dore. He was saying that Hamas and them, like, are willing to release the hostages or some shit. But, something about Netanyahu he don't care. He's still pursuing that shit.
I think a lot of that release hostages thing is, I don't know.
It's like failing their economy. Like, people are leaving from there. They're fleeing and shit now, too. So I don't know.
Where, Israel?
Yeah. And the thing is too, it's like he backed himself in the corner. Like, he has to, like, go along with it, because more likely if he stops, and then they're gonna, like, prosecute him for, like, crimes against humanity or some shit. So I don't know, man. It's just like another thing of abuse of power.
It's a bad situation all the way around. You know.
Yeah, no, it's getting crazy. I don't know, man. But then you see like the president of like Mexico now. Like Mexico is like a Catholic country, you know, and then now you have like a Jewish president there, you know, like it's like, and then you know, like when you find out that 37 candidates before her, men and women, like died and shit. And we're like, yeah, it's kind of like some weird thing, and now like this person's protected. I don't know. They're putting everybody in power. You got Trudeau over there. You got everybody. I don't know. I think they're just they're struggling for America.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I really don't know, man. I really don't know.
I don't know why everybody just can't get along.
Yeah, it's scary, huh?
I mean, that's my motto, you know, in a way. You know, it's just, Jesus Christ. The money they spend on this shit, even the United States.
Yeah.
The military budget, what this country could be if you didn't have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like we could have it looking like Dubai, like some futuristic cities and something. Yeah,
you know,
the fact you have Flint, Michigan, still without water and things like that.
Yeah,
stuff like.
I don't know what our military budget is, but I think it's over $1 trillion or something per year. But
yeah,
you know, and soon they say soon if we don't get it under control, our deficit is going to end up more in payments per year than our military budget. It's coming close, you know, because we have such a huge deficit now that eventually with interest payments and stuff, it's going to be more than our military budget.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's going to be bad for this country, you know.
Yeah.
They need to get that under fucking control too. I don't know, whatever they have to do. That's why I agree with Trump. Drill, baby, drill, and frickin' start.
And fight.
Selling it.
Yeah.
Maybe paying off our debt, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that's like the whole thing with Ukraine too, right? I think what's his name, Leslie Graham, whatever, said it the other like a while ago, saying that the whole thing is because of some resources they have over there. Like China, Russia, us, we're all fighting for it. Like trillions of dollars of resources. It's like, I don't know. It's like, also, I heard people that are saying that World War III or whatever war is overdue. We haven't had a war since like, what was it, 78 or something like that, or I don't know.
Not something I want to see, but I don't.
Well, everybody's like, no, all these people like the neocons. Everybody's just talking about like that. That's how. I guess that's how they're gonna make their money back.
Yeah,
it's scary.
A lot of these rich people, they want war. That's how they make their money.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's big money.
They're talking about drafts. They're also talking about like, just even like the people coming in too. They're like, you know, like if you want full citizenship, join the military. I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That and giving them like $100,000 grants for homes in California. Did you hear about that the other day?
Yeah, I know. I know. I think it's either 25 or 50. I forget. It wasn't 100,000. Oregon, I mean, like 25, and I think California's in 150. No. Yeah, that's one of Kamala's things she's touting now for, you know.
Yeah.
I don't trust her one freaking bit. I would never vote for her.
Nah.
I do not trust her one bit. No. She's flipping on everything she said in the last 8 years, you know, since she was a California senator.
Yeah.
All the things she came out and said, and even while she was vice president here, and now she's flipping on almost everything. You don't do that, you know. Yeah. You don't all of a sudden change your every policy you ever almost had.
Look at podcasts, man. Podcasts, they've been around for a while, but now it's like a new medium, even for like the politicians, you know? So now like you have Trump, you have RFK, you have Tulsi Gabbard, who have been doing podcasts for a while, you know? And they can do that long form, just off the cuff, shoot the shit kind of thing, right? You can't see her. You can't see any of them doing it. You know, they have to have it scripted, edited, I'm sorry. And only for like 18, 20 minutes and shit. Yeah, it shows, man. It's going to show big time. Yeah, the debate is about to start soon.
I hope Trump crushes her.
She was like, she was requesting to change some of the rules and shit at the last minute.
Oh yeah, well she wanted to be able to sit down at a desk. She wanted to be able to use cue card notes or cue card.
Yeah.
Because she can't speak off the cuff.
No, she can't.
You know, she turns into these weird word salad type things.
Yeah.
I think she just can't think coherently. You know, Trump can. I mean, he's been doing interview after interview after interview. You know, and nothing. A lot of them are unscripted, no notes. You know, and this.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying he's probably the most professional speaker and this and that, but he says what he has to say, and you know, she just, I don't know, unless it's scripted or a teleprompter or she has cue cards, she can't talk.
Yeah.
That's why I think she's gonna be in trouble for this debate. I really think Trump's gonna, you know, make her not look too good. she's gonna have some memorized lines, you know, to try to knock Trump down, and yeah.
I was even telling Adrian they might pull out this wild card, like something like maybe something related to Epstein or something. I don't know. Maybe some dirt, something they're just waiting at the last minute or something. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, for Trump, you mean pull
out. Because I was telling Agent too, there's no need for them to do it now because people will forget about it closer towards election. You know what I mean? So it's like wait till October.
They always call that the October surprise.
Yeah.
Like in 2000, the Republicans pulled out the October surprise, which was Hunter's laptop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what did they do? The Democrats had 51 former intelligence agents sign this form that said it was Russian disinformation, which was totally false. It was true.
Yeah, and
it wasn't Russian. Even the media came out months later and admitted it was true, but they suppressed it. You know, Facebook.
That's what I was gonna say.
Took it off their pages.
No, and you had Mark Zuckerberg just announcing like a couple days ago or whatever that
exactly.
The FBI or whatever was pressuring him into, or the Democrats were pressuring him into censorship. Yeah, about COVID.
Yeah, they had him
about the Hunter Biden thing. Yeah.
They had him testifying in front of Congress, so you don't want to get caught lying. So he admitted it. You know.
Yeah.
He admitted it. Yeah, it wasn't the right thing to do. He shouldn't have done it. Blah blah blah. But yeah, a little too late now. You know.
Well, yeah, I heard too also because he was trying to get ahead of the whistleblowers. There's like some investigation going on right now or something like that with that. So he probably knows too. Yeah.
That election was so close. 2020. I mean, Trump literally lost by, I think it was like 60,000 votes in like 4 or 5 swing states.
Yeah.
Like Georgia was like 12,000 votes. I mean, you take a whole state and you lost by 12,000 votes. You know, it was like Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania and Georgia. You know, it's bare minimum votes, like 60,000 for all those states. That's what he lost by. So it was so close. And they say afterwards, when the Hunter Biden story finally came out and people realized it was true, they asked a lot of voters, would that have made a difference in your vote? And I think it was 10% or more people said that it would have probably changed their vote. Trump lost by less than like 1% in all these states. You know,
lost by a whisker. That's what he said. That's what he said on Theo Vaughn's podcast. I just watched that interview not that long. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it's all they need to do is just keep doing that, and they keep telling Kamala the opposite. They keep telling her, "Don't do interviews. Don't do interviews." Like,
well, it's because they want to do the same with Biden. They know she can't communicate. You know, Biden, they kept use the excuse of COVID in 2020,
and he just can't. And he just can't communicate. So.
No, I know. But they use that as an excuse, COVID, to keep him in the frickin' basement.
Oh, yeah.
I remember them
Trump was out there doing freaking big, huge rallies, all kinds of people, and they were ridiculing him over it because of COVID and this and that.
Yeah.
Biden was doing ones in little parking lots with cars out there honking their horns.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He'd be speaking, and all of a sudden the horns start honking. It was such a joke.
Even Bernie, I think, did something like that too. Even Bernie, yeah, they had.
Maybe, I don't know. I just remember Biden doing it. You know, it was almost like it was a movie theater type thing. You know, like the old movie theater.
Yeah, Bernie did the same thing.
Go in and put your speaker in your, or you actually the later ones years ago, you'd put the speaker in your window, attach it to your window, but then they eventually got it where you just dial in your FM radio to a certain frequency and listen it across your radio.
Yeah.
But I think that's how they did it, something like that. People are out there honking their horn and support.
Well, yeah, that's what like exactly what they did to Bernie, like twice. They kneecapped him twice and stuff. That's what they did to what's called RFK and Tulsi Gabbard too.
Yeah. I don't have much good to say about Bernie, so.
Yeah, no, that's what I was telling Agent too. Like, well, Agent just met him the other day.
As far as I'm concerned, he's a socialist, communist, and he admits he is. You know, he calls himself a democratic socialist.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when he became Vermont's mayor up in Burlington, he moved here from frickin' Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, New York, frickin', you know, rules all.
You're on Vermont?
He's Vermont senator. Bernie senator.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
You're in Bernie land right now.
I have a picture with Bernie. He came to Chicago. He came to Chicago.
Yeah, Agent took a.
And I seen him on Lakeshore.
Agent took a selfie with him.
I took a selfie with him. Well, I mean, fuck it. Like he's actually what helped me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ridicule you for that.
Get out of my house.
I don't. I mean, it would be like I'm used to it with Trump. You know, like it'd be kind of weird to get ridiculed by Bernie now. You know, like fuck it.
No, but most people in this state hate Bernie, except it's like all states here. Vermont would go Republican probably almost every election, but it's the fucking bigger cities, you know, Burlington, Rutland, Brattleboro, where they got the population. They're all the liberals here.
Yeah.
Everybody on the country here, a lot of them are Trump people, you know.
Yeah.
Around here, I mean, that guy drove by the other day with Trump, two big flags in the back of his pickup truck. Drove up, and I gave him the thumbs up. Big Trump signs in the back of his.
A lot of these guys too are probably just compromised with something. Especially like Bernie, he's been in the game for so long. They probably have something on him, you know.
Yeah.
Because like that was thinking too, like RFK and Tulsi could have done the same thing too, but they didn't. They just ditched it. You know, this guy got kneecapped twice by his own party, and he's still stuck around with them. You know, so it's kind of like I don't know.
Who are you talking about, JFK?
No, Bernie.
Oh, Bernie. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I know. I'll admit they screwed him.
Yeah, but that's
you know, he should have won over like Hillary even. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But they frickin' pushed him out. They wanted Hillary. You know.
See, I've heard
and Bernie had a lot of support in 2016.
I've heard the Democrats have done this over and over, where they put somebody who's extra liberal up against another primary candidate, say like the Hillary Clinton or the Biden. They always have that. They have a guy like Bernie, and then they always switch it on the people at the very last second, and then people just go with it because they have no other choice.
Because those guys make them look good, but like at the end of the day, they don't really want to go along with those policies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the way that they kind of fool everybody on the Democratic side. They make it seem like
yeah, that's why they all rush to the middle at election time, like they aren't like Kamala is now.
Yeah,
when she's trying to go as hard as she can to the middle now.
Yeah,
you know, with all her things, she's switching on. She's like the biggest flip flopper you could think of. I mean,
well, that's what that's what they. Trump is not really a threat to them so much, you know what I mean? Because they just know there's so many people that hate him. That's what they're getting off of him, right? That's how they get their votes or whatever. RFK is a threat. RFK is a threat to them. That's why they try to fuck with them, try to keep them off all this stuff. Yeah.
Danny didn't understand that. Danny wasn't aware, and I wasn't either, about Trump's run for president prior to the Republican Party. He was trying to run as an independent time before, and then he actually did all kinds of other things like against like political systems, like Trump way earlier. Yeah, like. So I was telling Danny that he's flip-flopped from Democrat to Republican a few times already. And so I was telling Danny that the thing is that he was kind of wondering, at one point, you were kind of like thinking that Trump would be more valid if he was like an independent rather than the Republican Party. But Trump knew he had to go into the Republican Party to actually take the presidency. There was like hardly any.
I heard that. I heard they changed the laws at the parole, though. Like it's really hard for like a third party to come in.
Well, they changed rules
or whatever the fuck.
It was to get in.
Yeah. No, and that's some it should have been a big red flag when you got somebody coming in buying his own way in. He doesn't have to take money from lobbyists and do fucking favors for anybody.
2016 campaign was just
everybody yeah.
I tell you alone, the guy already knows what he's going up against. He knows he needs to have most of his campaign funded by him, or he's
because it's different. So many of these other politicians have to pay, or they have to like promise and do the biddings and shit for these lobbyists and shit. So they take the money. This guy didn't even have to take money, so it should have been a red flag for all of us. Now, highlights from the 2024 debate.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Nice to see you. Have fun.
Thank you.
Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in a century. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there. She has a plan to confiscate everybody's gun.
President Trump,
she has a plan.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
I don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out, and I'll say that. And then I read that she was black.
I mean, honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
You talk about extreme.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, I want to get your response to President Trump.
One does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body. I have talked with women around our country. You want to talk about this is what people wanted?
She hates Israel. She wouldn't even meet with Netanyahu when he went to Congress to make a very important speech. But just so you understand, they sent her to negotiate peace before this war started. 3 days later, he went in and he started the war.
Yet again, I said it at the beginning of this debate, you're going to hear a bunch of lies coming from this fellow. And that is another one. When I went to meet with President Zelensky, I've now met with him over 5 times. The reality is,
she's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well.
So I think you've heard tonight 2 very different visions for our country. One that is focused on the future, and the other that is focused on the past.
She's been there for 3.5 years. They've had 3.5 years to fix the border. They've had 3.5 years to create jobs and all the things we talked about. Why hasn't she done it?
I love me some 3-on-1 action, man. And that's exactly what that was. Man, like, these people swear that we can't fact check ourselves in real time. Anyways, well, we got on the we got Alan on the podcast here to talk about the debate. This is like a week afterwards, and a lot of shit has happened since. What was your thought? What was your thoughts about the whole debate then? Overall,
so she fucking. They said some whistleblower or something said that she. What is it that she got the questions beforehand, and that they guaranteed that she wouldn't be fact checked, but that they fact checked Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, dude.
But then so they said it's like basically she could just say anything, and then the moderators weren't gonna like call her out on it. So yeah, it was like, and then the whole thing with the earpiece. But yeah, they're trying to make it. They're trying to like. It's because I don't know. They're trying to like. They're just focusing on the casting, and it's like, oh, that's not true. This and it's just because you like. They're trying to make it about this one story that where it was just some crazy black lady, like she wasn't Asian. But the thing is like that's not even what the people were talking about. They're not even talking about that one incident. They're talking about like this has been going on for a long time.
No, there's people. There was people at like the town hall. You know how like the people.
Yeah, I saw that multiple. And one of the guys is a black dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that one little documentary that guy did, but it's like the black people are saying the same shit. They're like, they don't want
that
these
area.
people here.
Yeah, they live in that area, and they're saying that these people are going across the street to the pond and taking ducks out of the pond and ripping their heads off and shit.
Yeah, dude, like, well, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are we doing it? Like, why? Like, why are you giving them all this money? They're kicking out people that live there. These people can't get help themselves, and they're kicking them out to make room for them. It's just like, what the fuck is going on? It's like an act of war.
It is,
like,
bro.
It's not.
They were saying it's a displacement, right? All over the world, everybody's getting displaced. Everything. Actually, in reality, it looks like it's becoming a replacement. It's like they're replacing us.
Yeah, exactly.
Eventually, So
that's why you see it all over the world. They're doing it like I think Germany. I mean, pretty much every country at this point. They're sending like 300,000 Kenyans over there. So it's like they're just putting all these third worlders everywhere. Fill Canada with Indians. They're just fucking sending these people over, just spamming it. Just send as many as possible over there. And it doesn't make sense. But like the resources are already strained. It's like for what reason would they do this? It's not like those countries anything like unique right now. They're dealing with the same shit they've always been dealing with. It's not like they can say, oh, there's a war and they're refugees. They're not even calling them refugees. They're just straight up saying, oh no, they're just coming here for work. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like the timing. It's like the economy is like worse than ever, and now you want to bring them over here? It's like, isn't that kind of weird? Like, especially with the election coming up, and it's like,
there's a lot of
a
lot of questionable things, bro. A lot of questionable things. And you're right about those earpieces. A lot of people are saying that she was getting fed probably lines, or because like those things are on the market. Something very similar. It's
literally exactly the same, and it's like you can tell just by the way she was speaking. Like anyone who's seen her try to speak without it.
You're right. If you, she looked like it was like scripted, like she memorized it. But that can also be because she's getting fed lines in a way. Like she does. It didn't seem natural. It didn't seem like she's like talking. It looked like it was a lot of preparation. I don't know, man. I think her job. I think her job was just to make him pissed off. That's it. That's what she was trying to do.
That's why she was saying just straight up lies, though, and getting away with it.
And they were fact checking.
She would say like the opposite of what was true is because she knew that she wasn't going to be fact checked.
Yeah, man. They fact checked him like fucking I don't know how many times. They questioned him after wherever he said like I don't know how many times, telling, oh no, actually you're wrong. They're fact checking him like in real time right there, like in seconds. Like with that, like exactly with the fucking with the animal thing that he mentioned. Like they fact checked him like in a second. I'm like, you guys didn't even like dig deep. You know what I mean? Like it's not that hard. Like you're like, oh, we fact checked it. No, like motherfuckers can really fact check it. You know what I mean? Like it's stupid, bro. It is stupid. I don't know. Like,
dude, it's because
it was a 3-on-1 debate. It was a 3-on-1 debate, bro. Yeah.
It's because the way the liberals work is it's like this. First, they're gonna say no, that never happened, and then when they can't really deny it anymore. They'll be like, okay, well, it did happen. But like that's their culture, and then it turns into like, oh, it's a good thing it's happening. Why do we eat cows but we can't eat cats? What's the big deal? And then it'll eventually turn into like, oh, well, you don't eat cats, you're like a racist. You know, it's like fucking weird.
Wait, I don't even know how to feel, bro.
Kind of pattern.
I don't even know how to feel about it because like everybody's making fun of it, right? Everybody's making fun of memes of cats and Trump and everything like that. Like they're mocking him on what was said, right? But then if you look into it, like this shit's real, bro. So I don't even know how to feel about it. I don't know, like, are you like making fun of the situation now, or are you still trying to think you're making fun of Trump? Like it's different.
It's just Trump derangement syndrome. It's just orange man bad,
real.
And that's all they care about. They don't care. They don't even care if he is telling the truth. They just like it's just like, oh, we can attack him. So that's all they care about. They don't even care if it's true or not. They don't want to look into it, like nothing. It's just like, oh, this is our chance to gang up on him.
I think he did a good job, bro. For like how the outcome, like how they did him and shit. ABC, I think he did pretty good, bro. Like to think about that, you had 3 motherfuckers like coming at you. You know, you're trying to debate this lady, and on top of that, they're like these two right here. Like that one lady's her sorority sister. Like they know each other. And then that guy David or whatever the fuck, you know, man, it was just so like unfair in a way. But like I said, he still did a good job, man. I don't think he won. I don't even think she won either. It's just.
Well, yeah, but if it was rigged and she was cheating, it's like you can't really.
They said there's one more fucking debate or something. Like he agreed to do, he agreed to do 3 of them, right? And then one.
I heard that he said he's not.
No.
I heard that he said he's not gonna do it.
No, yeah, he's not gonna do it because he agreed to doing 3. He did one with Biden. He was supposed to do 3 with Biden, and then they took him out, and then he did one with her, and then like she said like right afterwards, like her team and her like they want another debate, and then he said it, dude. He said it too, like on Twitter or whatever the fuck. He said that like anybody who's in the fight game knows, like when someone loses and right after their loss, they want to have a rematch. They want to fight again. That just comes to show like they lost. You know what I mean? That's why they want that. And Trump says like, I don't know if I want to give that to them. You know, like, but then I got a lot of people saying like, dude, you should, because this is how you come back. Well, yeah, better. You're always better on your next thing, like your next debate with the person. So
yeah, but if it already shows that they're gonna be rigging it, this and that, it's like, well, it's like, you know, he would do it again, but like on his terms this time.
Yeah, I think that's the agreement on what he wants. It's just like, yeah, we'll do it Fox News or something like that. That's the only way you're gonna
we'll do it this time, but this time we're gonna have like Tucker Carlson moderating or something.
Something. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. This shit sucks. Some people are so fucking brainwashed, and like, you know, when shit happens, bro, when we go to war and all that, I'm like, no, you know, it's just things are just coming out. Look at fucking Dick Cheney, bro. You got Dick Cheney and some other Republicans endorsing Kamala Harris, bro. Like, what does that tell you? When the main warmonger himself, the main fucking neocon himself, bro, wants to endorse you.
But imagine your kid gets killed and you still don't fucking wake up to like, okay, well maybe this is not a good idea to have all your migrants. Like, so it's hopeless, dude. Like,
it is hopeless, bro.
These people are not. They're not gonna wake up no matter what, dude. They can have their families killed, their pets killed, and they're just going to be like, oh, yeah, but don't get mad at them for it. It's like, what the fuck do you mean, dude?
They're like, yeah, but at least Trump's not president. That's how they feel, bro. That's how they feel.
Like, that's fucking bad, dude. Like, you become like an outsider in your own country. Like, that's just fucked up.
Yeah. I bet you the Native Americans were pissed before, bro. You know what I mean? I understand too, because the history and shit. Like, I don't know how they feel now. It's like, fuck. This is, you know what I mean? Shit. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah. Also, bro, everything's fucking rigged, bro. The whole system is rigged. It's not only do you have like celebrities, like big name celebrities endorsing the Democrats and shit and Kamala, but like you also have like fucking AI, bro. They done studies. That one video last week or so, that girl, she's like,
Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump?
I cannot provide content that promotes a specific political party or a specific candidate.
Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
While there are many reasons to vote for Kamala Harris, the most significant may be that she is a strong candidate with a proven track record of accomplishment. As the first female vice president, Harris has already broken down a major gender barrier, and her career in politics has been characterized by a commitment to progressive ideals and a focus on helping disenfranchised communities.
And it gives like this whole fucking crazy woke explanation on why you should. It's crazy, dude.
Wait, have you heard of that empty internet theory?
No, what's that?
That it's like the majority of everything on the internet is not people. Like, it's like you go to websites and they're empty. There's like 20 people, but it's all robots, like AI shit, and it makes it look like there's all these people talking and posting, but it's really just all bots and shit. And I guess they did a study and they found out, yeah, it's true, that like when you see comment sections on YouTube, I think it was like 75-80% of them were just bots. It's like, you know, China or Russia, Israel, a lot of it's Israel, but it's all bullshit. Like, you know, the AI is so smart now. I don't know if you like use ChatGPT, but dude, that shit's like it's like it's more believable as a person than like actual people. Like, it's like you can train that thing so easily. Like, well, you don't even have to train it. You just tell it like, oh, you know, when you respond to comments, you know, act like a person and have misspellings and kind of bad grammar sometimes, and then, you know, like, don't say this, but say this, and you know, you can literally just write one paragraph and boom, just set it, you know, off to the races, set it free. And it's have you seen the video AI? I sent you it too.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think what can be unburdened by what has been.
What? I have some. Did I send you the one AI with it shows Biden like pooping his pants?
Oh shit, nah.
I thought I sent you that. It shows like Trump and Harris, they're like kissing, and then it like pans down, and you just see Biden like in a diaper. He's rolling around. He's all fucking like crying, pooping shit everywhere. It's fucking fun.
AI for the win, bro. Only when it comes to memes and things like that. But
dude, the AI, it does only 6-second clips now, the video. But dude, that shit is like lifelike. Like, it doesn't always come out perfect, but like when it does, it looks like a straight up movie. Like, people are doing the Joker, and it looks like it's from a real fucking Batman movie.
Adrian's on the line. Alan's on the line.
Yeah. Hey, I was watching all these. What are you guys talking about?
The debate and artificial intelligence taking over the world.
I don't know. I sent you something a long time ago. I don't know if I talked to you about it. That one AI that they found out. Or I think we did talk about it. How the AI it's easy like possessed by demons and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I think I can still get it. I think I saved it, but it like, you know, nothing scares me, dude. Like, there's like no movie that creeps me out. Like, I don't get scared with like fake shit. But
real life is scary enough.
I tried exactly. So I tried to make like some like audio for like music AI. Like, they have this one AI you can make songs. And then I like, it'll have a singer, and then I just cut out all the music. Like so it's just only the vocals, and then I have like vocals that only I have. You know, you can write the lyrics and everything. Sounds like a real person. And I tried to do one of Playboy Cardi or something, and then one of the ones that came out with sounds fucking crazy demonic. Like there's no music, you know. It usually has music. Like I have to run it through another AI to cut out the music. This shit had no music, and it was just like demonic like voices. It was like sound like this female voice, and she's all like gasping for air and saying all this demonic shit. And it was like out of nowhere. It's like it's supposed to be a song. It had like nothing to do with what I inputted. And you listen to it, and it's like, damn, this shit makes the hair on your neck stand up. It's like real fucking creepy demonic shit. It's like I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, that probably is a fucking demon or something. Like the way it sounded is like if it was trying to like fuck with your mind or something, like kind of weird subliminal shit.
I think the older you get, the more afraid you are of like demons and bad spirits and stuff.
Yeah. Well, they don't really scare me because I figure if they're real, then that means the opposite's real too. So it's like,
yeah. That is true. Like
maybe that makes you less
scared
than I guess. I don't know.
That is true, man. Like it's like the duality. If that does exist in the world, then there has to be good, bro. And I was telling Agent, bro. I was telling Agent this to the Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean. Okay, well, go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say, bro, like just here in the United States, and you know, just within history, there's just so much demonic, like symbolism and hidden things, bro. So much hidden things, bro. Like they have their own language, bro. I'm not talking like a language, but they have their own like coding or like how they do it on the news. There's certain words that they say or certain.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
It's Aleister Crowley. All these elites and shit, they follow Crowley's teachings, and Jay-Z was like very fucking open with it. Like he has like t-shirts with Aleister Crowley quotes and shit on it. Yeah. You know, it's like all these elite billionaires, they all have like artwork referencing his shit. It's like they all believe in that like Crowley shit, you know.
What is it? So below, as above, so below kind of shit, you know.
Well, yeah, but it was do what thy will, or something like that.
That dark sigil magic.
It's like, you know, there's basically it's like there's no consequences or morality, so you just do whatever you want, basically. You know, it's like.
There is just so much crazy shit, bro. Like we're just not in tune with it, bro. We're like naive. It's hidden from us, you know. But all that occult shit is out there, bro, and everything and logos.
Oh no, I've been noticing that shit for years. You can see it like really fucking blatant with like Katy Perry and like even worse than her is Kesha. You ever go watch Kesha music videos? Fucking shit. They're just like straight up like right in your face. They don't even try to hide it.
Okay, now what's her name? Doja Cat. Yeah, they all do it, bro. They're all doing it.
Oh yeah, Doja Cat. She's and I don't know if they changed her or something. She used to be cool. She used to go on like 4chan and shit. She was like counterculture big time. Like she was like, you know, kind of like Lil Wayne or something, like totally against the narrative. And then I don't know.
Speaking of Lil Wayne, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know if she sold her soul or something.
Oh yeah, she did. They all did. That Jay-Z did too, bro. That's why that fucker fucked over Lil Wayne at the Super Bowl, bro. Picking Kendrick and shit. I don't know. I like Kendrick, bro, but I don't want to be hearing that fucking pedal song.
I don't like it. Like, what the fuck is,
it's just weird, bro.
I don't like that.
Like I said, that whole song's on the radio. You literally have a guy calling another guy a pedo on the radio. Like it's a hit song, bro. Like
But if that's true, then where are the victims? The one girl that they're referencing that he supposedly did this with, is she fucking crying about anything? She's not saying she's married for him.
I think she's married now and she's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, she like never said anything bad about him. She was like, no, we're just good friends. So I was like, okay, well then where's the victim? Where's the harm? The thing is you can't claim that he's this monster, but then the person that you're claiming he did this with is like, no, he's cool. I don't have any issues. Like, what the fuck thing?
It doesn't make sense though, bro. Like to have this dude singing a song of calling another dude a pedo at the Super Bowl, right? That's like his biggest song, bro. That sucks. That's like his biggest song. It's like, imagine Tupac singing "Hit 'Em Up" at the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's a diss song. You're making a diss song.
What doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense is that these people that are like getting behind Kendrick are the same people that are pushing for kids to have like sex change operations and to push teach these kids about anal in school and shit. It's like, the fuck is like be consistent?
Well, it's because they don't relate it to. They try to act like none of that has to do with sexualizing kids, like introducing them to different lifestyles, different sexes, and all that. It's just to get kids to feel comfortable with like the idea that they might already have later on. They don't feel weird about. I don't know. Like that. They try to justify it weird.
They literally have gay pride parades where they're walking around like I've seen video of it. Like they're literally walking through the streets, fisting each other. Like this dude has his elbow in the guy's ass, like all the way up to his elbow, his hand in his ass. And there's like you can see a little kid. There's like a little kid. There's little kids walking around. Like these little kids seeing this shit. These dudes are walking around with their dicks out, and there's like kids everywhere.
It's just to make the kids accepting of that. Of any kind of sexual orientation.
No,
it's not about.
I know. I guarantee you, all of those people are getting off to the fact that they get to parade around in front of the kids, and then everyone's delusional. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like a dream. It's like a dream come true to them. They're even surprised themselves.
Why do you think they have the drag queen story time? They like to be like expose their shit to kids. And one of those people that did the drag queen story time, they got in trouble because they weren't wearing underwear, and they had like a skirt on, and they were like exposing their dicks to them and shit.
They did a basic instinct, bro. They did a basic instinct and shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked.
So yeah, it's not as if they went to this parade naked and thought, oh well, I didn't know there's gonna be kids here. No, they thought, oh, I'm gonna go to this thing naked because there's kids there. That it's like that was their whole thing.
I don't know.
I was watching right now. I like going on to like MSNBC and reading comments of like like reading all the liberal comments. It used to be a good thing to do. Just go on to like one of those like a report. I don't know if they do reporting.
Oh, dude, just go to Reddit. The Reddit, the entire website is like that.
But you're gonna see a lot of like base people on Reddit and all that. I'm talking about, like,
not a chance. No, dude, you don't understand how bad Reddit is. If you say one thing remotely like against what they believe, they'll literally ban you permanently. Like you make one little comment, not even bad, and they'll just straight up ban you
on
from the subreddit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, Reddit is fucking. Dude, if you go on Reddit and say like, oh, what about this thing about the Haitians eating cats? If you just mention like, well, I saw a video of them doing it. No, you'll just be straight up blocked right away.
They got everything. They got all the search engines now. Remember DuckDuckGo? I used to go to DuckDuckGo because fucking Google's the devil, bro. You know. So, but now DuckDuckGo is mirroring Google. So all these search engines too are like switching up, bro. I still have Brave and shit. I think Brave's still working well, but all these other ones, bro, they're turning into like Google. It's censorship, bro. You're not gonna sooner or later you're not gonna be able to find anything on the internet. And then guess what's next? Fucking podcasts and all that shit. YouTube, all that stuff's gonna get cracked down.
I was telling Dan, it's so bad now. I was telling Dan, I got banned on 4chan for like 2 weeks. And 4chan is like, you have people straight up like bragging about being KKK and like the craziest racist shit you can imagine. All I did was posted a video that showed people from Asia like eating cats, and there's this one video where they're like burning all these people alive and like just hitting them with machetes and shit. And then you can see it's like in a town, and there's the whole town is gathered around, and there's like kids running around, and like everyone's acting like it's normal, like they're used to this. And I showed that picture. I'm like, okay, well, this is what they do in their own country. Do you really think that like eating cats is too far for them, and they literally eat each other? Yeah. And I got banned for that on 4chan. Well, so that's fucking insane, dude. That means there's literally there's literally nowhere where you can expose this stuff. Like, there's nowhere. Like, there's nowhere left.
And also, like, they do like rituals. They believe in voodoo and all that shit. It's like in down south, like Santeria, whatever you call that. It's like the same thing, bro. They do like practices with ducks and chickens and goats and shit like that. Sacrifices.
Hey, Alan, I have been saying this for like a year now, or not a year now. It's been like since the beginning of the summer. Because I was driving around all around the country, of course, and then I go to small towns. I went to Florida, to everywhere. Okay, well, I noticed like in every small town that I go to, not really so much the big cities, but you notice it in the small towns. There's just gangs of fucking immigrants just hanging out in front of like every gas station, that was all across the country. And I would always tell, I don't know if I was telling you guys or what, I was like, damn, look at, even in small towns, these they're packed with people. Tons of people just like look like homeless, but you can tell they're immigrants. They're just laying. I've seen one in Dallas too, leaving Gang's place, a big spot, right? And I told Danny, oh, look, as you're leaving, you can see a big. But I see that everywhere, and I noticed when people said, "Oh, 20,000 immigrants in Springfield, Ohio." I'm like, yeah, I've seen that everywhere. Like,
Texas is too big. You can't see it as much as other.
They're sending 30,000. They're sending 30,000 Kenyans to like Germany or something. It's like it's like an act of it's like worse than dropping a nuclear bomb. A nuclear bomb will destroy shit. You can rebuild it, whatever. You can't go there for a few years, but you drop 20,000 Asians, and that place is fucked forever.
Nah, bro. The new world order is coming, bro.
Well, it will do is it will force people out of like the areas to go to other areas where they're not gonna. Like, say you're making $100,000 a year here in the United States, but then they make it so ugly and with the job market, the inflation, all that. You're forced to basically try your hand somewhere else, even if you get like a small deduction of pay, but you still keep your kind of like your class, in a way, because you have still that job that you worked for so hard for and everything, just in another country, probably another state or whatever. That's kind of what they do, is they kind of shift. They have to recycle the population like that. You're forced to go wherever the fuck just to kind of keep a little bit of your normal livelihood, But it seems like to me, people are going to have to go to different areas and take a little bit of a pay cut, but at least they'll still probably get their job. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but it's worse than that, because they're actually kicking people out. Like, they're raising the prices on the rent, and then these people can't afford it, so they pretty much kick them out on the street. But at the same time, they're giving them money and free rent and shit.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about the worst of it. I'm talking about that's what's going to happen to like the middle class people, the people that are doing so well. Bro. All of them are going to have to go lower and a little bit lower in life. Yeah, the people that are poor, they might die. Everybody who's really poor, what are they going to do? They lost their job. Like, I'm not even talking about the worst of it. The worst of it could be fucking really bad.
It's gonna be like demolition, man. Like in 5 years from now, there won't be no middle class. It's just gonna be the rich and the poor. Like, that's it. Because like right now, all this, when you're moving all these people around, bro. Like not just here, but everywhere. Like all it is now. This is the sign of a new world order coming, bro. Like they don't even give a fuck. Nationalities and all that shit, they don't give a fuck anymore where you're from, what flag you're gonna wave. They don't give a fuck, bro. They just know now, like wherever we put everybody, you're gonna be governed one way or another, a new way of governing.
It's so bad that they have like KKK is like forming alliances with like black people and shit. Like it's like so bad that they're like enemies are coming together to like
you got the gangs, bro. You got like the Aurora gangs and all these people, like the Venezuelan gangs, right? Going to these places. You got like the real, like not real, but like the gangsters, our gangsters coming out of the woodwork, bro. You know what I mean? Being all patriotic and shit. Telling that, yeah, this is our hood, bro. You gotta get the fuck out of here and shit. So I don't know. It's gonna be some gang violence and shit.
They said that those syndicates, those gangs and everything, they've already set up shop a long time ago, and now they just got like a ton of troops in. So it's kind of like they already have like major guns and everything like that. So it'd be kind of hard to even go to war.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was a cruel summer.
I mean,
the summer's coming to an end, and it's been a cruel summer. And all we have left is the election and the holidays, and I guess what's to come in the new year, and which probably right now will probably fucking pale in comparison, dude, because it's gonna just get crazy. It's gonna get fucking nuts. Breaking news. So it says former president was the target of another apparent assassination attempt while golfing in Florida on Sunday, marking the second attempt on his life in less than 3 months, bro. So fuck, man. Some fucking crazy motherfucker. What's his name? I think they released his name, Ryan Ruth. Where some are saying that also came out in a fucking, not a BlackRock ad, but another commercial. It says, so Crooks, the other shooter, was in a BlackRock ad, and now Ruth, this new shooter, whatever, was in a AZOV battalion ad. Something with Ukraine and shit back in May of 2022. So you just got a whole bunch of fucking crazy motherfuckers, man, coming at them. Dude, the Democrats are just sending like the shittiest hitman to go after this dude, bro. That's crazy.
Trump needs to give it up. He needs to give it up already.
Fuck that, dude. Trump needs to walk around with a bulletproof vest, bro. Like a bulletproof suit, like John Wick and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt he is. When he goes out everywhere, he wears a vest now.
This is his second attempt, bro. Damn, dude. This guy hasn't even became president yet. You can just imagine the next fucking four and a half years with this shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah, if he becomes president, they'll try to take him out also as president.
That's what I was saying. Like, why are they gonna stop now? When he's exactly. All I know. I don't know. I just know all this. Like, if Kamala was leading in the election, then why is this happening? This sounds like this is like their last option. You know what I mean? It's like after every debate, the first debate, a few days later, a week later, that the first attempt happened, and now the second debate, now this happened. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm saying that this guy too was a Republican, that he voted for Trump in 2016 but regrets it. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, they're painting this narrative like you have all this like unhinged Trump people turning against him and shit, trying to kill him and all that.
Yeah, but you seen Crooks dressed up like a girl and everything. There's no way that dude was
Well, just give it time. Give it time. This guy, whatever his name is, Ruth, they'll probably show some pictures of him in high heels or a wig or some shit like that sooner or later. Oh, damn, bro. I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy shit, man. You got every fucking actor, pretty much every actor against this dude coming out and shit. In Hollywood. De Niro, fucking Ben Stiller, Jack Black, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, whatever his fucking name is, dude. And singers too. Look at Taylor Swift. Speaking of Taylor Swift, that there's like this letter that's out there, something leaked, bro, showing that they were gonna announce it like it's September 22nd or something 28. I don't know. They're gonna announce Taylor Swift and that guy, whatever the fuck his name, that one that she's with, their breakup. Like they're gonna announce it. There's like plans how to go about it, like with the media and how to for their breakup. Cause that chick, dude, she's known for like writing songs about her boyfriend all the time and shit, you know. So that dude being a football player and whatever, he doesn't want to have a bad rep, bro. So that you can see how all that shit is like organized, orchestrated. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Propaganda.
I barely made the connection. It's like it's all, it's like psyop. Like I said, they study this shit. You notice that the Taylor Swift shit, that the big thing with her was like she endorsed Kamala, and she's like, "Oh, I'm endorsing Kamala as a single cat lady or something." You know how they were saying that these women. I don't know if it was like they were saying leftists or these older women, but they were like, "Oh, these are just like bitter cat ladies, single cat ladies." I think Trump said something about that.
Did you see what?
And then now everything has to do with cats.
Yeah,
everyone's talking about cat ladies and eating cats, and this is weird shit with cats.
Did you hear about Elon Musk?
Kind of weird.
Did you see what?
J.D. Vance is the one that said.
Yeah,
he's the one
he said he would impregnate her.
No, yeah. Elon Musk said that he would impregnate her and also protect her cats. Like protect their cats or some shit like that. I don't know. Some stupid crazy meme, bro. I mean,
I don't know. And people are saying that, "Oh, he's a pedophile." It's like, isn't Taylor Swift like 30? Like,
yeah.
What the fuck are you people talking about? It's like nobody said anything about grime. Why don't they say that about grime? Why don't they say like, "Oh, you like creepy old men" or something? Nobody says anything about that girl Grimes being with him.
Yeah.
Because like what? It benefits her, or fuck, she's liberal. So.
Yeah, Taylor's like 20 something. But the thing is, if you ask any man if they're willing to impregnate Taylor Swift, the majority of them would say yes. She's not that bad looking. Plus, your baby's set for life. You know what I mean? That's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, but somehow she turned into like Michael Jackson status. She's like the biggest pop star in the world somehow. I don't know a single song of hers. I mean, I can think of maybe two. I don't know the names of them, but like I can't think of any songs where I'm like, oh, it's a really fucking good song.
She makes diss tracks.
Like basic. Yeah, just about boys and breakups.
Yeah, her boyfriend's
basic bitch shit. But
who's gonna want to date her, bro?
Anything like.
Who would want to date someone like that?
She doesn't have any music that's fucking amazing. She's not like a John Mayer or something. Like, she doesn't really have that good of songs. Like, how the fuck did she become like the biggest pop star? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Nothing good.
It's the machine, bro. The machine does that. They did that with Justin Bieber too.
Yeah, but Justin Bieber like had a good song. He was like a good singer. It's like I don't think Taylor Swift is anywhere near Justin Bieber.
But you would think, bro, like a lot of conservatives, a lot of country people or whatever, like Taylor Swift. But when they find that out, you know, that she's kind of like endorsing that shit. It's all like she's endorsing that shit. That dude she was with. Tracy, whatever the fuck his name is, he was endorsing the fucking jab and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, because you know Taylor Swift has been a big meme on 4chan for years. She's been like, people. I don't know if they were just doing it to be funny. I never really got it myself, but for years they've been calling Taylor Swift like the queen, And then, you know, everyone's like all fucking crazy about Taylor Swift. And I don't know if it's just like to be funny, but it was because at one time she was kind of like, people thought she was kind of right wing. And then for whatever reason. And then, so I don't know if it's like some kind of psyop, you know, like she was always kind of vague with her politics. And then now that she's endorsing Kamala, they're like making fun of everyone who supported her.
Do you hear that theory that she's the Anton LaVey, that dude that was like the head of the Church of Satan or whatever, like the founder? I don't know too much about that shit, but that dude, he had a daughter that looks exactly like her, bro. People are saying that they're the same person. She just drinks that baby blood, so she stayed young forever.
Man, that Hollywood fucking upset, man.
She's like a succubus, bro. That's why maybe Taylor Swift is like a succubus. Maybe that is the Anton LaVey's fucking daughter, man.
Suck at this.
Suck at this. Suck at these nuts. Not today, Satan. Not today.
We have wars going on in the Middle East. We have wars going on with Russia and Ukraine. We're going to end up in a third world war, and it'll be a war like no other.
Hang your head low in the glow of the vending machine. I'm not dying. We say that we'll just screw it up in these trying times. We're not trying. So cut the headlights. Summer's a knife. I'm always waiting for you just to cut to the bone. Devils roll the dice, angels roll their eyes, and if I bleed, you'll be the last to know.